What's up, Raider Nation? Victor here, and I'm not gonna lie to you. This finally feels like the moment everything starts to line up. Not hype, not wishful thinking. I'm talking about real signals that the Raiders are about to turn the page. Let me paint the picture for you. You've got the #1 overall pick in the draft. You've got a Heisman winner, national champion quarterback who's already talking about focus, leadership, and blocking out distractions, even when the spotlight is as bright as Las Vegas. A kid who isn't chasing the nightlife, he's chasing greatness. Football first, always. And at the same time, you've got serious reports that the Raiders are closing in on an offensive-minded head coach, a guy who just led the Seahawks to 28.4 points per game, third best in the entire NFL. A coach who knows how to design modern offenses, develop quarterbacks, and, maybe most importantly, someone who reportedly connected instantly with Tom Brady in the interview room. Now, Raider Nation, tell me that's not intriguing. Because for years, we've been asking for the same thing. Stability at quarterback. A real offensive identity and leadership that actually knows how to build around a young QB instead of setting him up to fail. This is the first time in a long time where it feels like the Raiders are thinking 3 steps ahead, not just trying to survive the next season. A young franchise QB who embraces pressure, paired with a head coach who lives and breathes offense, supported by weapons like Brock Bowers and Ashton Jeanty, and nearly $90 million in cap space to keep building. So today's video is about connecting those dots. What our new QB's mindset tells us about his future in silver and black. Why our new head coach could be the coach to finally modernize this offense, and why 2026 might be the year the Raiders stop rebuilding and start rising. But before we get into it, let me say this. Only real Raiders fans hit that like button. And if you truly believe the Raiders are about to turn this thing around this year, go ahead and subscribe to Raiders Nation Update. This channel is for believers only. All right, Raider Nation, let's talk about the future. Raider Nation, we've got a story that just feels right. The projected #1 overall pick, the Heisman Trophy winner, the national champion quarterback, Fernando Mendoza, is already talking about Las Vegas. Let's talk about why this moment matters more than people think. Mendoza speaks on Las Vegas. Fernando Mendoza has been everywhere lately. Radio shows, TV, podcasts, the full NFL Draft media tour. And during an interview on Sunday Conversation with Caleb Presley, he was asked about something Raider Nation has been thinking about for months: Las Vegas. When asked if he had ever been to the city, Mendoza smiled and said, "Never. I've never been to Las Vegas." And then he added something that should make Raiders fans smile. "I'd love to go, if I'm invited. But are you Raider Nation? That's a quarterback who already knows where this is heading. Can he handle Las Vegas?" Of course, the next question came fast. Can a young quarterback really stay focused in a city known for distractions? Mendoza didn't hesitate. Focus is on football at that point. Get a couple connections in. But other than that, I think I'll be able to handle it. That answer tells you a lot about who this kid is. He's confident, he's mature, and he understands the responsibility that comes with being the face of a franchise. This isn't a typical QB. Let's talk about what makes Mendoza different. This isn't just a highlight reel quarterback. This is a thinker. He's known as a puzzle lover. He's gone viral for genuine fan interactions. He openly says LinkedIn is his favorite social media platform. He even partnered with LinkedIn after winning the national championship. That's not normal quarterback behavior. And I mean that in the best way possible. This is a guy who understands relationships, preparation, and long-term vision. The football resume is elite. Now let's talk numbers, because the production backs it all up. At Indiana, Mendoza won the Heisman Trophy, led his team to a national championship, consistently ranked among the top QBs in efficiency, showed elite pocket presence and accuracy under pressure. That's why he's projected to be the #1 overall pick in April. And Raider Nation, the Raiders own that pick. Why this feels like a perfect match, everything is lining up. Raiders have the know-how. One-pick team is clearly moving toward an offensive-minded head coach. Roster includes young weapons like Brock Bowers and Ashton Jeanty, and now Mendoza is publicly showing comfort, even excitement, about Las Vegas. This doesn't feel forced. It doesn't feel awkward. It feels like the start of something real. What's next? Mendoza's next stops: Indiana Pro Day, NFL Combine, more team interviews. If everything goes the way most people expect, he'll already know his destination when April 23rd arrives, when the Raiders step up to the podium in Pittsburgh. And Raider Nation, that announcement could be franchise-defining. Fernando Mendoza isn't overwhelmed by the moment. He isn't scared of Las Vegas. And he's not running from expectations. He's embracing them. And for the first time in a long time, the Raiders might finally have their quarterback. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think Fernando Mendoza is the right guy to lead the Raiders into the future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Raider Nation, it's finally happening. After weeks of rumors, interviews, and waiting, it sounds like the Raiders have zeroed in on their next head coach. We're talking about Clint Kubiak, Seahawks offensive coordinator. And according to Adam Schefter, this thing is basically lined up. We just have to wait until after the Super Bowl. Before we get into all the details, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and help us reach 1,500 subscribers. If you believe in the future of the silver and black, you're in the right place. Now let's break this down, because this could be a turning point for the franchise. The Raiders closing in on Kubiak. According to ESPN's Adam Schefter, after meeting with both the Raiders and the Cardinals, Clint Kubak intends to work out a deal to become the next head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders. Let that sink in. This isn't just interest. This isn't monitoring the situation. This is mutual. The only reason a deal isn't done yet? The Seahawks are playing in the Super Bowl, and nothing can be finalized until it's over. But all signs point to this being Kubiak's job. Tom Brady played a big role, and here's the part that should excite Raiders fans even more. According to ESPN's Jeremy Fowler, Tom Brady was a major factor in this process. Brady and Kubiak reportedly hit it off immediately during both interviews. One source described it perfectly. Both are all ball. That matters. Brady isn't looking for flash. He's not looking for hype. He's looking for someone who understands preparation scheme, accountability, and how to build a winning offense. That endorsement alone tells you how highly Kubiak is viewed inside the building. What Kubiak has done in Seattle. Let's talk results, because the numbers don't lie. Under Clint Kubak in 2025, the Seahawks threw third in the NFL in scoring, 28.4 points per game, eighth in total offense, 351.4 yards per game. One of the most efficient and creative offenses in football, that's not by accident. Kubiak's system creates easy throws for quarterbacks, maximizes skill position players, uses motion, play action, and spacing extremely well. This is exactly the kind of offense the Raiders have been missing for years. Why the timing is perfect for the Raiders. Here's why this hire makes so much sense right now. The Raiders are set up better than people realize. $89 million in cap space. No. One overall pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, clear commitment to an offensive rebuild. And most importantly, they're expected to draft Fernando Mendoza, the Heisman winner, with that top pick. Imagine Mendoza stepping into the league with Ashton Jeanty Brock Bowers and a coach like Clint Kubak designing the offense. That's how you develop a young quarterback the right way. Kubiak is a developer, not just a play caller. This is something Raider Nation needs to understand. Kubiak isn't just calling plays, he's building quarterbacks. We've seen it, helping Sam Darnold play efficient, confident football, designing systems that simplify reads without limiting explosiveness. That's massive when you're drafting a rookie quarterback at number 1 overall. This isn't about winning the press conference. This is about building something sustainable. What happens next? Now it's a waiting game. Super Bowl happens next weekend. February 9th is when a deal can officially be finalized, and if everything goes as expected, Clint Kubak becomes the next head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders. And Raider Nation, for the first time in a long time, the plan actually makes sense. An offensive-minded head coach, a rookie franchise quarterback, elite cap flexibility, and leadership from people like Tom Brady and John Spytek. This feels different. This feels intentional. The future of the Raiders is starting to come into focus, and it's finally pointing in the right direction. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you believe Clint Kubak is the right guy to lead this team? Drop your thoughts in the comments.